Sweet Peeps, thank you so much for joining me. We are doing my 2022 Oracle deck haul. These are the decks that I got in 2022, and this is the Oracle edition. If you haven't already had a chance, check out my 2022 Tarot deck haul. I will link it in the description box so that way you all can check it out. And if I remember, I'll try to pin it to a comment as well. So let's talk about the Oracle decks. First up, I want to share with you all the decks that I was gifted, which is super exciting. It's so lovely to receive gifts, especially for those of us who love decks, right? So that's what we're going to share first, and then I'll share with you the decks that I purchased. Okay, so let me first go ahead. I have a handy dandy list. Let me talk to you about this one. This is the Situations Oracle, and my dear lovely friend Queen Asset from Oya's Girl had gifted this to me, and it had actually been in my shopping cart on Etsy, and then this was included in her care package she sent to me, and I was just blown away by how serendipitous it all was. And I talk about that. I believe I did an unboxing of this deck, and I'll link it in the description box. But oh my goodness, this was instant love. I've been using this deck daily, primarily for client readings. And even one of my clients, my regular clients that come to me on a weekly basis on the hotlines, she's been dabbling with doing readings for herself, which I love. And she picked up a copy of this deck, and sometimes she'll say, oh, I got the journal, or let's say this one comes up a lot. I got the realization card. And, that ties into what you're saying, so I just love it. Gossip. And it's got these 3 key words here, little mini keywords, and then the main keyword there. And it has served me quite well. Sometimes I use it for readings for myself, but I primarily do readings for others. That's just where I'm at in my reading journey, if you will. I know some people mostly do readings for themselves, or maybe, they don't always do readings. I do readings daily, typically, and it's typically for clients. I like this deck a lot. So this, if you want to see the full flip through of the Situations Oracle by Intuitive Envisions 1111, check out that video that I have linked in the description box. Okay, let's move on to the next gift that she gave me. Let's see. Oh, let me do this one. So we have Affirmations for Women by X Butte and Beast Co. Yay. I haven't done an unboxing or like a flip through. I will be doing a flip through of these cards. I actually looked at them like briefly, and then I looked at them recently because I feel like they're going to complement the black tarot that I'm getting. It's the ancestral black tarot, not like the true black, but black tarot is what it's called. You can get it on Amazon. But isn't that pretty? It's just cards that have affirmations, but the affirmations are like on point. It says, I am prepared for the opportunities coming my way. I will continue putting myself in a position to win. Wow. And I just feel like I want to keep saying the black tarot. Black tarot will go really nicely with this deck and the art style. It says, I am establishing ownership. I will patiently build my legacy. Titles, deeds, and businesses will have my name on them. Love that affirmation. So I'm planning in 2023 doing a flip through of all these cards, and then also incorporating these affirmations in my daily or weekly practice, where I put them on my reading table and I look and muse over the cards. I ponder over the messages. I say the affirmations out loud, right? It says, I attract money. It comes to me freely. I will master the tools that allow money to come and work for me. Oh my goodness. And then we'll stop after this one. It says, I can absorb a loss. I will either receive a profit or learn a lesson with the calculated risk I take. So profound. Oh my goodness. This is such a great affirmation deck. And like I said, I cannot wait. Isn't that beautiful? I can't wait to do a flip through and then really work with them. It's like so cool that she was so thoughtful in sending these gifts. I'm so grateful. So grateful, because these are the things that I need in my own personal spiritual practice. Yes. Okay. The next one has not been unwrapped yet, and it's kind of like I might do this for Christmas. Like, I saved some things for like delayed gratification, because I may not always be buying decks or have the means to buy a bunch of decks or what have you. And so I will then go to my handy dandy shelf and see what has not been unboxed yet. And then here we go. And this is one of them. The Radiant Souls Oracle deck by Cat Crow. It's got 36 cards to awaken radiance. So be on the lookout very soon for an unboxing and flip through of this deck. She also sent me instructions. I'm pretty sure I saved them. I'm hoping. I'm looking around my office, like where would I have put them? And would I put them in my binder? I'll have to look. But there were specific instructions, and perhaps I can find them as well online. But I love what she had. Like, I think it was like a little spread ideas, or there was something really cool about how to work with this deck that I'm excited to explore. So yay. Cannot wait to dig into this. And then last but not least, she sent me flashcards by Beaut and Beast Company. And we have volume 1, the standard set. I'll open them up in a moment. I won't go full flip through because I will do a separate video after I get a chance to work with them some more. Using flashcards is a great oracle. It's a great way to work with the oracle. I used to, when I was a kid, I didn't realize what I was doing at the time, but I was reading oracle then. I collected postcards from all around the country. We would go on road trips as a family and drive cross country, and I would collect postcards. Back in the day when I was growing up, my family knew how much I loved postcards, so if they traveled somewhere, even to this day, I get postcards. People send me postcards, and I would, as a kid, collect them and would shuffle them, flip through them, and like analyze them, look at the images, pick up things, pick up little clues, ask a question, and then see if I could find the answer. I didn't realize that's what I was doing with postcards. But the same thing is done with flashcards, right? You are the oracle. So she sent me these fabulous cards. This is the standard set. This is the Latinx or Latinx origins, first and third. This is gonna be cool. I can't wait to dig into that too. And then the melanin origins set. And let's just take a quick look-see here. And they've got word bank cards and how to work with them. It's like a glossary. Here's some words here that would be associated with the cards. You can put your picture here. That's cute. I like that. Here we have True Ganini. And back here it has some keywords: survivor, empathic, I'll say, devoted, and some information. And then look, it's got those word bank words that were, where are they? Here in this list. Unprovoked, survivors, genocide, and reverting. And you can look at this and get more of a definition from the word bank, right? Oh, it's so beautiful. And then we have this gorgeous image. You could ask a question, right? And then you can look at the images, shuffle. You know, I use jumpers, and then see what jumps out. And then on the back you have Maria Beatriz Nascimento. And she gives a little historian information here. Maria was a historian, teacher, and activist for the study of African culture and inclusion within Brazil. She was a speaker at the Quinzena do Negro, the Black Fortnight of 1977. And then there's the keywords in here. We have knowledgeable, outspoken, inquisitive. I am so excited to use these cards. I really am. Whether I'm using them for my own personal spiritual practices or for clients, this is going to be so beautiful and helpful, and I cannot wait to dig in with this. I'm so thankful, Queen Outset. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Adept, contemporary, prosperous. This is Mwini Mutapa Empire. The Mwini Mutapa Empire. Powerful, powerful. Adept, contemporary, prosperous. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Mubala into ethnic group. Authentic, proud, and resourceful. Wow. And then you have some word bank words. Ethnic group, distinct, matrilineal, adolescence, initiation, traditions. And then information on the history so you can learn. And not only that, I was so excited to get these flashcards because I have been eyeing some on, I think it was on Amazon, didn't get them, but I was going to get them for the purpose of educating my daughter. I've used flashcards with all of my kids before and we just love them. So when she sent them, this was like, this is a gift for me. It's a gift for my girl, my daughter. And even my older kids, when they come visit, my adult children, I thought this is so thoughtful and so amazing. So I'm super excited about working with them. I won't flip through all of them because, like I said, I will probably do a proper flip through, or at some point do maybe a deck in focus where I explain how I ultimately started working with them sometime in the future. And then at that point, I might do a flip through of all of them at that point, right? So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. But isn't these amazing? They're just so glorious. And I'm so grateful. So those are my gifted Oracle decks I got in 2022. Yay. Now I'm gonna move some of them gently to the side. And now I'm gonna look at my handy dandy list. Yes, and see which ones we're talking about next. Okay, so the next ones, if you watch my Mystery Mystic Monday or Musings readings, you've seen this deck. It's the Murder Mystery Oracle cards. It says Detective Cards with Clues and Insights by Melanie France. I think she has a website as well as you can order them on Etsy. And I am actually going to do a separate video talking about the decks that I use for those readings and why. So I'm not going to do a full flip through of these here today because I'm going to do a separate video to cover those decks. I get asked often, what decks are you using? Why are you using them? Or what? Okay, where'd you get that deck? Or this or that? You know, people want to know about the decks. And I understand because I'm all over the decks too. But I'll just read the instructions. And in bold, she puts, for entertainment purposes only. Okay. And then it says, this oracle system was designed to gain insights and clues from murder mysteries. Use these cards while listening to your favorite true crime podcast, YouTube videos, or while doing your own research into mysteries. Shuffle the cards while asking, what insights are important to this case? Pull 1, 2, or 3 cards one at a time. Pulling more than 3 cards may result in conflicting information. And so I'll just show you again the backs. Interviews with relatives or friends may provide valuable clues. This crime may be solved by DNA testing or other scientific methods. Cell phone records may provide important clues. I really enjoy using this deck for those readings. I really do. Additional evidence is at the crime scene. Jealousy, an affair, or love-related crime. You need to interview more suspects. Details leading up to the murder may be worth investigating. Perp worked in the area. Premeditated. Perp planned out the details in advance. Argument or fight is a strong factor. So I'll stop there because, like I said, I'm going to do a separate video for those particular decks that I use, because I know people ask, and I want to be able to link it in the description box so people could just watch those videos if they have further questions about the decks that I use. So that's coming, hopefully in the next week or two, but I've been really busy trying to fit in these end of the year videos I like to do for the channel between client readings and life. So we'll see, but definitely keep a lookout. It'll probably be we'll see. No, I'll say January at the latest, sometime in January, but I don't know. Okay, next up is another mystic Monday deck. Okay, this is the Divine Crime Oracle. There is so many cards here. Sometimes I do break them up and shuffle them. And sometimes I make mini decks out of them. I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. This is by Divine Visions. It has all rights reserved 2021, so I'd imagine that's when this deck was created. I got it this year in 2022. And it's another one that has become a go-to of mine for those mystic readings. It's poker sized, which is handy. Glossy, I like. And you can make mini decks from this. So you can do locations. For example, I separated out when there's certain cases that I do where we already know exactly where the crime happened or where the weapon is or who kind of did it, but we're just exploring why. I may take out a lot of the location cards. You can isolate those. You can, if you already know the cause of the passing away, you don't necessarily need to have that. So it has all sorts of cards here. I kind of put some of them in order and separated them. They have directions. I did isolate those too. Directions: north, northeast, south, west, southeast, southeast, west, northwest. You have those. You have mileage distance cards in kilometers, of course. You have months cards and seasons, which I find very helpful. Let's see. Whistleblower coming forward, truth revealed. That's always a welcome sight. There's a justice card. There it is, which is also always a welcome sight to these type of readings. Seasoned criminal, system knowledge, repeat offender. Drugs could have been involved or somebody's addicted. Burn down. Lust, affair, temptation. I mean, there's so many cards here. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a whole separate series or video covering these decks because, well, I'm passionate about these readings. I really am. At the time of the recording of this video, which is December 22nd, 2022, I'm taking a break from doing mystic readings until sometime maybe, I'm going to take a month off, I'm sensing. And then I'm going to be coming back raring to go. So in the meanwhile, I'll probably do a couple of videos just kind of explaining my process a bit more, or sharing with you the decks I love to use for those type of readings in the meanwhile till I come back from a little break. Okay. The next one I actually use sometimes in mystery mystic readings, but mostly I use it for client readings. And that is the Untold Truth, Hidden Dark Secrets Oracle by My Ugly Truth Tarot. I ordered this off of Etsy, I believe. And I use it for either hotline clients or my private clients where they come through the door through actual, like through my physical door, face-to-face readings, or they come through my website or through my Etsy shop. And there's 3 keywords. I did an unboxing of sorts, or a flip through of this deck in the Facebook group, Abundant Life Tarot group on Facebook. And I believe if you search Untold Truth in the little search box in the group, you'll be able to find where I did a full flip through of it. I didn't put it on the channel because I dived right into working with it. Yeah. So I started working with it instantly once I got it. And it really just... It tells it like it is. There are some lovely cards like True Love, Unconditional Love, Truly Loves You, New Person, Lust, New Love Interest. But then it tells on you as well, like repeating cycles, not learning lessons, patterns is affecting the relationship, withholding, private, holding back. This card comes up a lot, as does. I'll show you the ones that come up a lot. This one comes up a lot for people in general. This one, feeling stuck, feeling trapped, responsibilities. This one comes up a lot too. Contemplating decisions, reevaluating. What else? Got the Divine Masculine card. Sometimes this one comes up. This one comes up quite a bit. Liar, pathological liar, caught lying. Cheating, cheater, infidelity comes up from time to time. This one comes up a lot. Secret, secrecy, and hiding. Hiding emotions, hiding secrets, hiding what you spent some, extra money on. Envy, jealous of you, or threatened. Not as much, but this one is a lot. Resentful, out of sight, out of mind, and selfish. That one comes up a lot, as does this one. Addictions, alcohol, substances. Always on their... Now, this is a sweet one. Always on their mind, thinking of you, I miss you. So that one comes up. Reputation, status, public image. So what I do is sometimes I'm intuitively called to read all of the keywords, and sometimes only one stands out, or 2 of the 3. So I don't always feel compelled to read all of them. Single, non-committal, emotionally unavailable. So, you work with, you allow your intuition to guide you on which keyword. We have freedom, need space, alone. I have to make sure I put it in somewhere so y'all know that I have this deck. Conflict, arguments, clashing. Because if it's not an unboxing on my channel, you may not know I have this deck. Clinging, obsessive possession. Backstab, painful betrayal. Enemy, outside influence, hater. So you can understand why this deck is really, really good for certain types of readings, right? It just cuts right to the truth, and that's sometimes just exactly what you need it to do. Legal, law, justice. I like this one. Money, hungry, gold digger, power, control. Making amends, reconciliation, second chance. Queen, divine feminine, empress. And phone call, text message, or voicemail. Hopeful, manifesting, or wishful. So I do, like I said, I do use this deck for a variety of readings, not just love readings and not just mystery mystic readings. Look at this: drama, crisis, painful attack. So we'll keep going, because otherwise I could do this all day. I could probably do a deck and focus at some point in the future. And you can see I got this year, and it's already well loved and well worked in, as you can tell, right? So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Next up, what do I have here? Okay, this one I actually backed this one in 2021, end of 2021, and it came to me April of 2022. This is the Points of View Oracle by Beth Kelly, illustrated by Vika Tarasevich, and I am really in love with this deck. I did a flip through, a live flip through, where my husband and daughter kind of crashed a party. But there's like a whole system with the guidebook that you can check out. And I probably at some point in the future will do a deck in focus. I just recorded last night. Look at that. I just recorded last night a video where I did a tarot oracle combo. So you'll check that out, because I used this deck and combined it with the Transient Light Tarot, and it was quite an interesting combo. I can't wait for you all to see it. This is slow. It's got very interesting keywords. Get low. I really appreciate that. Soothe. Can't wait for you all to see it. 30,000 feet. Actually, let me mix it up. Answer the call. I love the color palette. Flow. Let's see, I want to look at that. Sit up straight. Just the keywords are so interesting to me. Weirdo. And when I'm getting oracle decks, the keywords have to speak to me. The guides, as well as the art, obviously, if there is art. But it really matters to me about the keywords. We got pounce. 4 o'clock a.m. Trying the herd. I really like this one. Apartment building. Down slap. A lot of these came up in that video I did. You'll see. Let me see if I can find anything else. Look, shrink. So just a really cool deck. Gut. Yeah, it's very smart, and the guidebook is amazing as well. Amazing guidebook, glossy pages too. So glad I got it. Very, very glad I got it. So check out, it'll be coming out very soon, the Tarot Oracle Combos video I did with this deck. Check it out. Okay, let's see what else. This next one I'm super excited about. Auntie K, Krista. She created the Land Back Tarot, and I believe there's another deck she created. She's actually creating all sorts of decks, and I would venture to say that she's becoming quite prolific at deck creation. So she made this one, Demore's Fortunes by Auntie K's Tarot, and she has a YouTube channel. Check it out if you haven't already done so. And I had to get this deck. I had to get it because I'm very much into fortune telling, if you will. And I want to, I maybe even want to see if she'd be willing to let's do like a mini tarot study amongst us. That would be most appreciative. Where, we work with it, or we do readings, for one another. I want to really, it's not difficult because there's an instructional card, if I can find it. Hold on. I didn't do an unboxing yet. I'm going to do a deck in focus after I've had a chance to work with it. Look, we've got yes and no. Yes, no. Can't wait to work with it. Get it in focus. Get that in focus. There's instructions. Yes, there's instructions here. So I will be studying these instructions and working with it because I'm curious to see how it works with client readings. It's like fortune telling cards. Trying to get to focus. Crossroad. Yay. I'm so excited about this. When she was describing it to me, I was like, oh yeah, this is something I definitely want to explore. Because it's, let me see, did she say? Yes, sir. These cards are a fortune-telling deck similar in style to Lenormand, Sibylla, but most similar to that various fortune decks, right? And so she says this is of the style I learned, or a hybrid of, as these decks tend to bend and shift as they pass between cultural communities. Isn't that cool? Yes, yes, yes. So it's like a combination. And you know, the symbols here. The club. And the heart. A flower. A bouquet of flowers, gifts you a long and happy life. Add great honors and recognition if near 12. And so I cannot wait to play around with these cards. I really cannot. I'm going to make more time this year for more play and learning, hopefully. That's the plan, at least. That's the plan. But yes, indeed. And I love the little tin that it's in. So let's say I get really well versed in working with these can go in my purse. Recently I went to the beach with my friend. We were just walking. We weren't planning to get in the water, and a rogue wave came and washed upon us. And I was like, oh my gosh, my bag got soaked. My purse that I was carrying, I carry like a tote bag, and I had my Sun and Moon Tarot in a tin, and the Roots and Weens Oracle, which was also in a tin. And guess what? They were protected by the rogue wave, and these will be too. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this one. I do have a flip through because this is a deck I created. And it is the Conception and Fertility Oracle. So I got this wild idea that I was like being called to do these types of readings. But in the end, what ended up happening was I started working with this deck, not for conception readings, but just general readings for myself or for others. It was quite interesting. So I'll link that in the description box. It kind of got rain on. A sudden rain came. And there's one of my tables that hold all my decks is kind of near the window. Here's the backs. Like I said, I will be sure to link in the description box the flip through so you could see. So yeah, I just created this little ditty importance. Fertility specialist needed, or a specialist is needed. You don't necessarily have to say fertility. And what does impotent mean? Impotence in a general reading, not necessarily just in a I'm trying to conceive reading. Acceptance. Winter. Used to love my Ugg boots. Now not so much. We don't wear Uggs here. But I love mine. Days. Got timing. Some method of control. Birth control. February is of importance. Fertility massage. Good news. Complicating factors. Go on a vacation. Male infertility. Masculine energy. Isn't he adorable? Oh, I want to kiss his little cheeks. Moving or relocation. Ovulation, so cycles, right? Nesting for baby, or just nesting. October is of importance. I had a lot of fun making this deck. November is of importance. Healing the past for the future. So yeah, this one, I did do a full flip through, and I actually sell them on Make Playing cards. So if you do those kind of readings, you can check it out. Maybe you're called to add it to your collection. It is, I think, 110 cards. It's very thick. I love the backs. Okay, let's move along. Ah, this is a fun one. So, I got this gorgeous little doll here, Bloody Hell edition of the Deviant Moon's Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. And I have the original, the little small pocket size. This is like the poker size. So I have the original. If y'all have watched my channel for any length of time, and especially if you've been watching the Mystery Mystic readings, you'll see that I use the Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle as one of my opening Oracle decks. And I actually offer a Mildred Payne Secret Pocket reading like for clients, and they actually pick this deck for their readings versus like tarot or oracle. You know, this is an oracle, but it almost reads to me like a cross between an oracle, a tarot, and Lenormand. I didn't know how I would get along with this deck because I love my original Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle, but I actually have been using this quite a bit. Yes, of course, in Mystery Mystic readings, but lately in client readings and readings for myself. I keep it on my reading table. So it actually, this ended up being more of my multi-use reading deck. Whereas the original one is reserved for certain types of readings, which I found interesting. I don't always do the whole, let me get all the editions of all the, of one deck. I don't typically do that. So I was a little surprised, but this, I couldn't pass up a deal. This was sold for I think it was $20 I got it for. So I couldn't pass that up. And I love Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle so freaking much. I love it. And now I'm even more thrilled and happy that I'm using this version and the original one all the time. Makes my heart very happy and grateful I added it to the collection. Okay, that's it. And look, it comes with these little extra cards as they do. It tells an incredible little story about Mildred Payne and the Deviant Moon. I think this is the trio. Trioni? Is that, am I correct on that? I don't have those decks. I just have, out of the Deviant Moon Incorporated company, if you will, I've only have the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracles, the two. And that's probably how it's going to remain for a bit. Okay, so got decks everywhere. All right, next one, I did do a flip through of this little handy deck, the Food Healing Oracle. They have a full size that's sold on Etsy. I got this from Etsy, but when I found out that they had a lovely little small edition, mini edition, they said, I got this because the full size edition actually has a guidebook. Okay, it comes in a box, all deluxe and great. And then, but I was just completely fine with this. I have a specific reading that I'm planning to add to my Etsy shop and my website next year to use this deck. It'll be a part of that reading I'm building. And yeah, I really like it. And they came out in November. I think it was October, maybe it was October, where it was a Kickstarter for, it was second helpings. It was a second edition of this deck, and it had a lot more cards. And I may go on their website and see if it's available for pre-order and see if they did a mini version like this one, and I will maybe add to it because they have more foods and probably seasonings and things. And so I'm going to poke around and look and see what they ultimately added to the second helpings edition. I thought that was so cute. So cute. So it has, let me see. I saw something that's funny. I just now noticed this in the papaya card. If you look carefully, you can see it says the, what is it, shutters, like basically the watermark. It's interesting. Just now noticed that. That makes it quirky. But I will link in the description box the deck flip through unboxing that I did of this deck so you can see it. I love that it has these colored image, this photograph, the name of the food, figs, and then a keyword associated with it, meditation. The guidebook is worth it. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm just one of those people that just give me the deck. I will work with it. My imagination will run wild with it. I got it. Ginseng, Life Force. Isn't that gorgeous? Almonds, Power. So yeah. Yeah. So check it out. I cannot wait to work with it more for readings for also myself, as well as readings for others. It's gonna be it's a nice little addition. I love this little velvet bag that it's in. So soft, quality. All right, let's see, where are we at? We have 2 more, folks. This one's cool. This one's really cool. It is by the same creator of this one. So the creator of the Divine Crime Oracle, Divine Visions, created this one. I see that this deck was created first, then the crime one was created because this says all rights reserved in 2020. Oh my goodness. I saw another reader on YouTube, Awakened Butterfly, I think that's her name. Love her channel, love her readings, and she uses this deck a lot, and I saw it, I was like, oh, I want it so bad. I want it, and I got it. From Make Playing Cards. Both of these came from Make Playing Cards, and I use it in Mystery Mystic readings, but I mainly have been using it in client readings. I used it tonight earlier for a client reading. Sometimes I use it for readings for myself, or interpersonal relationships. What are the shadow aspects of this situation? What shadow am I bringing to this situation? What shadow is the other person? Some of the stuff is like, wow. And some of it's like palatable, like aloof. Okay, I'm being a little aloof. I'm Aquarius, so not surprising. But some of the things, we got drowning maybe in emotions, closed off, withdrawn. There's like brutality, so that could be verbal brutality or actual physical brutality, lustful, secretive, biased, disrespectful, helpless, domineering, antagonistic, manipulation, guilt. Like this one, abuse. Like, my God, I be holding like with bated breath to see like what card is going to come up for a client reading. And thankfully it's on point every single time, and it makes total sense to me and the client. So that's wonderful. And this definitely, like for certain Mystery Mystic Monday readings that I've done, when I use this deck and I'm like trying to get an understanding of what are the shadow aspects surrounding a situation involving a victim or involving a missing person, and I use this deck, it's interesting what comes up. So I am in love with this deck. It also stays on my reading table all the time now. This one stays on there. This one stays all the time. This one stays. What else? Who else stays? Who else is always at the reading table? This one now. Where else? Do I have any over there? Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to now share with you all. This video is long enough. I knew this was going to be longer because I tend to get more oracle decks and tarot. Kind of like a little more pickier about tarot and whatnot. This next one is my newest edition. It's the Signs of the Times Oracle by Crystal Banner. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with this deck. So in love. It's a Hay House deck. I got it during the Black Friday Hay House sale, and oh my gosh, I am so freaking in love with it. It is amazeballs. It is just amazing. I don't care what anybody says. I know some people are like, oh, it's too simple. I need more art. Like, I need more happening. I get all that, but I don't. This is just brilliant. I love the guidebook. I love the art. I am checking out the Kaleidoscope Tarot. It's on my wish list. It's a serious contender on a deck I plan to add to my collection next year. I'm just going to do what I call vet the deck, where I'm going to make sure it makes sense to add it to my collection. I've got a whole vetting process that I'm planning to employ when I'm going to be considering adding decks. So y'all stay tuned. I may be taking y'all along for the ride, but I feel very strongly connected to this deck. Fence, boundaries. I just really love it. And it actually goes well with a lot of my tarot decks I already have. But when I saw the Kaleidoscope Tarot on, I think she has an Etsy shop as well, the creator, as well as her website, and I went through the images and her flip through of it, I was like, oh no. I think they would go beautifully, and I really want it. I really want it. So we'll see. I kind of, I backed a tarot deck on Kickstarter, and I also pre-ordered a deck, and I ordered another deck. Like, I needed to slow my roll, so I'm slowing my roll, and we'll see how I do next year. Flamingo, fun, so much fun. It's such a cute deck. Evil eye, protection. I love the modern influences and things and such. Mountains, obstacles. It's just fresh. Wonderful deck creator. Yin Yang. Every time I talk about this deck, people express to me how much they love her decks. And I can see why. This is one of my favorite cards in here. Look at this. Angel numbers confirmation. We've got 12:12 p.m. What else? 272 Serendipity Boulevard. 1020. I'm sure that means something. And 1111. That's the total with tax. Isn't that cute? So yeah, this deck is quite special, and I cannot wait to share more about it with you all as I continue to work with it. I think I used it in a client reading recently, and I've been using it for readings just, off the cuff for myself. Anytime a deck, whether it's tarot or oracle, has succulents in it, because that's my favorite, like one of my favorite plants on the planet. That and cactus. I love it, love it, love it. I'm a sucker for that deck. So that was the case here with this succulents card, resilience. So brilliant. Oh my goodness, let me see. Not relationships, just so brilliant how she did this. Crystals, achievement. Labradorite. This labradorite little pillar. Skull endings. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. Anyways, one more. Yield, patience. So that was my most recent Oracle deck purchase that I made, which was in like I said, Black Friday, November. And that's it. That's it, folks. That's my entire 2022 deck haul. I want to hear from you. What Oracle decks did you get this year? Whether it was gifted to you or you purchased it, whether you coveted that deck for a long time, whether it had been on your wish list and then you added it, or was it a spur of the moment situation? Let me know. I want to hear from you in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. It really does help me out. And also subscribe. I am so thrilled for those who have joined and subscribed recently. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. And of course, my family who's been with me from day one. I thank you all as well. So let me hear from you. Give it to me straight. What did you think about my decks that was in my 2022 Oracle deck haul? Share below. Bye, friends. Take good care of yourselves. Bye for now.